would you care to share with us what gender initiatives that the NSCDC is currently, as an organization, is currently involved in?
Giving opportunity to all the both gender, male and female, in the employment processes.
Hi, I'm Dr. Song Webu. Welcome to the Purple Diaries, the Policy Innovation Center's podcast series that takes a deep dive into the conversations and dialogues that happened at the Gender and Inclusion Summit 2025. Over the course of this podcast series, I'll be sitting down with some really amazing individuals to talk about the future of sustainable development and really challenge the way that we see the world. So join the conversation, and if you like what you hear, leave us a comment, share, subscribe, and see you soon. Thank you. So good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon,
It's
Doctor.
an honor to have you here today.
Thank you.
So let me welcome you to the Purple Diaries podcast. But before I start, I want to really thank you for the work that you do for this country and at the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. You're welcome once again, sir.
Thank you so much.
So very quickly, my first question to you would be, why was it important that NSCDC should be here today at the Gender and Inclusion Summit?
First of all, I need to give a brief background of myself. I am ACG Musa Farouk, CPP, PSP. I'm standing for my Commandant General, who unavoidably couldn't make it to be here because of a very critical national assignment. I have the high privilege and very distinct honor of my own to be with you today as a representative of my principal. Essentially, my Commandant General is a professor of gender and security studies. He is a he for she, and I am a he for she.
Good to know.
These are some of the tendencies pushing or triggering our presence, or that triggered our presence here today. Again, the NSCDC gender policy came into being on the 15th of July, 2021. We have been in a very robust collaboration with the UN Women. That gender policy has been undergoing some review. And again, my Commandant General, being a he for she, has been given a very serious push. Another side of it is that the minister himself is so keen about the state of women, and again, other gender within our own setting, thus our presence today.
Okay. All right. Good to know. I very heartwarming that you are a she for she.
I am one.
Representing
I
another
forgot
she
to wear
for
my
she.
lapel. I didn't bring it today.
So friendly faces in the room. Yeah, good to hear that. So my next question, obviously there's a lot of work being done at the NSCDC around gender and gender initiatives. So would you care to share with us what gender initiatives that the NSCDC is currently, as an organization, is currently involved in?
I gave you the background. I have a professor of gender and security studies. And then, of course, a lot of developments have come on board. NSCDC is an equal opportunity employer, giving opportunity to all the both gender, male and female, in the employment processes. As I speak with you right now, we have even exceeded the 35% affirmative action plan.
Good to know. Good to know.
And the 2025 recruitment exercise is ongoing. We intend to perform better, much more, about what we did in the previous years. Leadership and appointment. Women are given equal opportunity to compete in writing exams for promotions and appointments subsequently. I'm happy to let you know this day that 2 deputy commandant generals came on board through promotion exercise, a very meritorious and competitive one. And they have joined their male counterparts.
Oh, both female.
As deputy commandant generals. That's second step to the commandant general.
To the top, yeah.
And they're given all free hands to be involved in policy making and decision processes. Again, promotions of the lower ranks among the female gender are equally encouraged. So we don't create room for biases against gender. We don't believe in masculinity alone. We believe that the women have a lot to contribute. Now, capacity building and gender mainstreaming. We're also involved, training our personnel on how to handle gender-related matters within our fold. Alignment with national gender policy. Of course, civil defense is a conformist organization. We are compliant to national gender policy of government. After all, we are paid money from the consolidated taxpayers' money. Whatever is the policy trust of government, we are aligned to it, and we are a member of that setting. So I think if I may go further, we're involved in the areas of training and development. Both male and female have equal opportunities to be trained and to aspire to the greatest peak of their careers. Let me go down history lane. The NSCDC and its Northeast experience. I have to go this way because I served as the commandant of Borno State, Northeast, Maiduguri, 4 years ago. And you may wish to know that banditry has been a serious problem within that region. Mm-hmm. And banditry as a concept is a composite crime, which is inclusive of kidnapping, rape, armed robbery, and so on and so forth. And to nip this in the bud, we have to engage our female defenders to go into intelligence collation and gathering so that we'll be able to sort of reduce the activities of the bandits. This information, when gathered, they are refined and sent to the appropriate quarters for onward treat. Our female defenders are involved also in the rehab centers, or were involved in the rehab centers as the time I was there at Maiduguri, at checkpoints to search female suicides or
female suicide bombers?
Yes, suicide bombers. So we'll search them and be able to stop their act. We're equally involved in community engagement, especially with women and girls, of course, the young boys, to dissuade them from going to trafficking of weapons, trafficking of drugs, etc., and serving as informants to the bandits. We try to make them realize the consequences for such acts and why they must stop. Again, operations and interdictions. Our female counterparts are involved with the military within the theater of operations. So we have support. We do offer support to victims of terrorism and bandits using our female defenders. Women have more beliefs in or trust themselves better. And that is why we have to mop them up, mobilize them, get them deployed to such critical areas where they could be of use to displaced persons, displaced women, children, and etc. The recruitment and retention. The female defenders are involved in helping to encourage younger female to join the service. As I speak with you, we are doing our best to have very serious representation of females within our fold, because women have a lot to contribute. Women are good intelligence officers.
You say what a man can do,
Of course, women can do much better, even in armed robbery and other crimes.
Well,
It's not just about the good sides of it alone.
yes.
Now, explosive ordnance disposal. We have trained our female squad on how to detect and dispose of explosive items. Because as at the time when I was in Maiduguri, there were influxes of all these suicide bombers.
Female in particular?
Yeah, of course, females. Some of them will hide even rifles in their, veil.
Oh, wow.
They hide the AK-47. AK-47 is a very mobile weaponry that you can just fold and, hang. So you cannot use a man to search a female, but just the same sex.
Yeah, so cultural sensitivity.
It's a cultural sensitivity and biases. So, and that is what we do. And today, we recorded a lot of successes doing so, especially at the border areas of Borno State.
So thank you very much. I would really, really want to commend. That's from all the things you've listed, that's an incredible amount of work that the NSCDC
I have much more for you, except if you don't want us to have it.
But for the sake of time, sir, thank you for sharing. I wanted to touch on something you had highlighted while you were responding to the previous question, which is you said, apart from the very heartwarming news about the two top-ranking women, you had also mentioned that, that the younger core members are also encouraged.
At the rungs of the ladder.
Yes. So I wanted to give you a little bit of time to talk about what you mean by encouragement exactly. In what ways are they encouraged to aim for leadership or to aim higher?
What is certainly in a system is about motivation.
Okay.
Within our organizational system, you need to, raise their hopes. Not necessarily in terms of promotion, assuring them that through hard work, dint of hard work and commitment, vis-a-vis dedication, they can rise to the peak. There's no barrier within the career path.
And I'm guessing it doesn't hurt, obviously, that seeing those two women achieve that, it's a sort of encouragement to them as well, that if somebody else can do that, then you can.
They'll be there.
Yes, representation really matters.
If you don't have any example to demonstrate to them that there's hope, it's a hope rising. You give them that hope. And they work tirelessly to get there via merit and competitive path of doing things. I want to assure you the promotions so far that are taking effect in our system. Our minister, Honorable Olubimi Tunji Ojo, he has zero tolerance to corruption, zero tolerance to quackery. The recruitment process has been very excellent, very meritorious, organized. So if you fail, you know why you failed. If you pass, definitely you know your scores. So that's why I've been thriving. And that's the more reason why I must always talk about my leadership. Commandant General Professor Ahmed Abubakar Audi, MNI OFR. I did tell you earlier, I said it's an he for she. At the same time, Professor of Gender. So whatever policy about gender, or whatsoever policy, the minister, throughout us, is always ready to implement it to the letter. Now I brought up to this point now.
Thank you very much, sir. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you for making our time to be here. And I want to once again commend you as well as the rest of your team for the very, very commendable efforts that you are making towards gender equity and gender inclusion in this country. Thank you, sir.
Thank you too. We have a responsibility to so do because we are he for she. And indeed, a professor of gender and security studies is at the peak, commanding the heights. We will always align with you. Thanks for inviting us.
Thank you, sir.